Three, two, one. Hello, welcome to Cold Showers, and this is a series where we'll be talking about everyday topics, issues, and all sorts of random things. We hope that you can listen to this podcast while you're in the shower, while you're driving, or like simply going to sleep. And yeah, I guess today I am here back with Pranaya, my co-host.
Hello, we missed last week, but we're here now.
Yes, Pranaya was sick last week, so we couldn't really record one. We apologize for that if you were expecting a new podcast last week, but
I
yeah.
doubt it. Doubt it.
And of course, my name is Dennis, and we have a surprise today. We are actually inviting a new co-host to our podcast, and his name is Ben.
Hey guys, this is Ben. At least for today, this is coming straight out of a Dennis's dungeon. Since couldn't really do it at my own place, but here I am.
Yes, I put him into a secret room in my house, and it is dark, and I did not give him any water or any food.
Oh no.
Are you cold? Is it cold down there, the bed?
Yeah, it's pretty frigid, honestly. I can feel there's like some bodies behind me, and honestly, it seems like they're staring at me.
So yeah,
Turns out to be a bunch of plushies.
if anyone out there wants to be a guest and needs a place to record, free of charge at my place. Anyways.
May lose one or two body parts, but I guess it's worth it.
You might find Ben's body there, but whatever.
Bro, you stuffed animal.
Oh no!
All right. All jokes aside, today we're gonna just be introducing Ben and just like talking more about him, getting to know him better before we get into more topics within the next few weeks. So yeah, we'll start off with the first question, Ben. What are your hobbies?
I'm just gonna say this as a precursor as of now, but I'm a little sick at the moment, so pardon my coughing. Same thing for Pranaya. We're both a little coffee.
Cough.
Yeah.
Get it? I'm kidding. that was
No, it's okay.
no.
Hobbies. I don't really have much hobbies. It's the usual nerdy, weeby stuff. So I guess like gaming, some anime on the side. Mostly read manga. I've been recently, I guess I've been riding my bike a little bit more often,
Oh,
but
nice.
otherwise, not much. Pretty boring.
No, I don't think you're that boring. You have a lot of experiences.
I mean, if you're riding a bike, you can be like the bike hero from One Punch Man.
True.
Yeah, I totally remember that.
Yeah, no, okay.
What kind of games do you play?
I guess for the most part, shooters. So a big one for like us and our friend group would be Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Um, maybe sprinkle in some Apex Legends stuff like that, and then with Dennis, I guess the only person I really play League with,
Yeah,
League of Legends. No one else plays that with us, so
What? I thought a lot of people played.
No, not within our friend group. They don't like.
yeah, they don't like MOBAs.
Yeah.
Oh, what the heck? Really?
Yeah. They find it too difficult for them. They're like, it's top down.
Wow.
Like, I can't do this.
Wow.
I mean, I agree. At first, like, it's pretty like disorientating
I guess.
to control someone third person, but like not camera locked. I mean, I play camera locked because I'm a scrub, but so does Double Lift. So whatever.
And yeah, I guess Pranaya plays Dota. I don't know. I guess. Wait, do you play shooters, Pranaya?
I used to play Call of Duty when I was in junior high.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, yeah, COD's great. I mean,
Yeah.
no, but yeah, it's fun.
No, and then when all the battle royales came, I was into PUBG, and then I played
Right.
Apex a bit too.
Right.
Yeah. But I never got into CS:GO and other ones.
Mm.
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
pretty into CS:GO back then when we had bad computers, bad laptops that could only run it.
Hey, I had a computer that couldn't even run it, and then when I did get a computer that could run it, that's when
stopped
everyone,
playing.
yeah, that's when everyone stopped playing, and I was like kind of sad.
I think we stopped. Well, it was like a slow transition for the most part because like me, Bradley, and Jeff, we got that game. We got Siege on launch, right?
Yeah,
So we were already kind of like transitioning.
yeah.
But then yeah, and then like I think at that point when you got a computer, we got really sick of CS:GO.
And that's when I was like, man, CS:GO's so cool. But yeah. So if there's anyone out there who wants to play CS:GO with me, hit me up.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And that goes for League too, because I can't even play with Ben right now. So if anyone out there plays League, please add me.
Hey, I'll
Comment
play
down
a
below.
league. I'll play League. I'm willing to play League with you
Actually,
guys.
okay. Or we can play tonight
But
or something. I don't know.
depends what time, because I have work tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. I'll
Yeah.
let you know.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
I feel like this isn't even a podcast at this point. We're just talking about games.
Talking about
Hey,
plans
I
to
mean,
make.
if the viewers they want to join us play games, come on in.
Yeah,
We'll invite you to the server.
yeah.
Like for me when I was playing, sorry,
No, it's okay.
For Honor, a lot of times when I was streaming it, I did play with viewers.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You
so
had some interesting viewers. I like kicked them off the ledges sometimes when I was playing with
Wait,
you
what?
guys. In For Honor, in the game, not in real
Oh,
life.
okay. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what?
different game. I mean, that'd be interesting for League, but no. Yeah, like I don't know. It's super fun to play with viewers. I think
mhm,
some of them are kind of unruly, but it's fine. I mean, it's all in good fun.
yeah, games are fun.
Yeah.
What's a anime or a manga that you are recently into?
Hmm. I mean, like not recently, but the big one would always be One Piece, of course,
A
right?
Pranaya
One
just
Piece is the
recently
best.
got into that.
I actually
You
just
did?
caught up. I'm in Wano now.
That's awesome.
I think
How do you
Yeah,
Pranaya's ahead of me. Anyways, go on.
I am ahead of you.
wait
Oh,
for anime caught up or
Yeah,
manga caught up?
anime.
yeah, for the anime.
Right. I mean, no one's caught up then.
Yeah, I don't read the manga. No.
Yeah, I'm more of a. I like the manga more, but I just find anime kind of a hassle to watch. It just takes too much time.
It's it's true, but I always argued saying that like I feel like I just have more feeling, more connection.
It's true, for sure. Like soundtrack plays such a huge part
Yeah,
in emotions.
yeah.
So if there's like good soundtracks, then it's like totally awesome.
Hmm.
So like a
Oh
good
yeah.
one in that example in that I've recently watched is the My Hero Academia.
Mm,
They had a really good soundtrack in my opinion, and
yeah,
like everything was done pretty well on that anime. So yeah, I guess that's a recent one that I've enjoyed that I've watched.
that's nice. Wait, Pranaya, have you cried a lot in One Piece?
Have I cried a lot?
Yeah.
Not a lot, but yes, I
Oh
have. It was
my, what?
sad.
Oh my gosh.
I cry so much.
I cry so much too.
Yeah, at least once per arc, dude.
Once per arc.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Okay. From what I remember, I cried when Mary. Oh, okay, well, too bad for all the ones who haven't watched Peace because it's gonna
One
spoil it
Piece
for you right
spoiler.
now. Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean it's been out for 19 years. You,
It's
it
So it's
doesn't
your
even
fault.
matter if it's spoiled. Yeah. But since when Mary died, that was sad. I remember crying then, and I remember crying um at what is it? Oh, what was her name? Robin's past
Oh yeah,
arc.
Robin's
yeah.
sister
Yeah,
said.
that was the same arc, wasn't it? That was the same
Wait,
arc.
going Mary, Robin's. Yeah, they kind of poneglyphs around
Yeah,
the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
and I remember the other one. I remember was Law's past. Those are the three I
Oh yeah,
remember.
Lost is so sad.
Yeah.
Lost is pretty sad. You didn't cry for like Alabasta arc?
No.
Ever?
No.
I cried like 3
Interesting.
times in that arc.
What happened to Alabasta? Nothing happened.
What? Usopp talking about Luffy's dreams and how no one should like make fun of Luffy and how a man has to step up when someone's like trash talking a friend's dream. And he was like getting hit by who was it? Like the baseball
Oh,
guy, like
the
number
baseball
4.
guy?
And
No. No, that wasn't sad.
oh, that was so sad. I thought that was so touching. Not sad, but super touching. And
Oh,
then
did you cry?
yeah,
Oh. Oh, okay.
I guess I'm a wimp. I'm easy. I'm easy. And then
Wait,
the other one would be like Princess Vivi when she's trying to stop the initial like clash of the war.
Oh no, that wasn't sad. I was just
That was
like,
so
oh,
heavy.
she was just screaming on top of the bell.
You know what? I blame the anime then, because manga was so well done.
wait, you didn't even cry when like Luffy met Sabo or anything, or like when Sabo realized that like he got his memory back.
Oh, okay, that was sad. That was sad. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
that.
sad.
I didn't cry, but it was sad. You know why? Because that part was spoiled for me on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
I see.
And then
But
everything relating to Ace was spoiled
Oh
by
yeah.
YouTube.
Oh, I cried so much for Ace.
yeah, when Ace died.
Yeah, so I didn't even cry at all when Ace
Yeah,
died
big
because
Wow.
spoiler.
it was just spoiled.
Yeah, this is
We're
huge.
joining the ranks.
Yeah.
But like every time I rewatch it, I still cry. Like I don't know.
You know, I was sadder for Whitebeard dying rather than Ace dying because
Oh, what
it was already
the?
spoiled. Because I didn't know Whitebeard died too. I know Ace died, but I didn't know
Yeah.
Oh,
Whitebeard
I
died.
see. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, like that makes
Fair.
sense in that case. But like, there's so much more emotional attachment to Ace than Whitebeard.
Yeah, that's true.
What about like is it the Coliseum, like that area where like all the toys and stuff? I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
that's so sad. Like
the
how
Doflamingo arc.
yeah, just that entire arc is really sad because the fact that the toys are forgotten as like human beings and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, like fathers and like
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it was sad, but I didn't cry.
dang.
I don't know
Okay,
if
Pranaya.
am
I
I
cried for
heartless?
that one.
Am I just heartless,
No,
guys?
you're just strong-willed or something.
So we say.
We're just weak. Me and Ben are just crybabies.
Ugh.
Maybe it's because I grew up with it, and I am now older. Maybe I won't cry as often. Because you said you just recently caught up, but I've been reading this since like junior high,
Yeah,
earlier.
it's been a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense then, yeah. But you cried while reading it?
Yeah.
Whoa, I've never cried while reading something.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
same. I
Yeah.
don't think I get emotionally attached to like reading things.
But you haven't read One Piece.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I just feel like I need the music. I need like the actual like ongoing like emotions or like
I
animation
mean,
and stuff.
yeah. Maybe I'm just like I guess I can make my own. Like it's theater of the mind, right? If you read.
Yeah, I don't have a good
So
imagination, I guess.
yeah, I guess maybe I'm weak.
Or you just have good imagination.
I totally
Yeah.
remember, you know, like A Silent Voice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like read it like a few years before it really came out in theaters, but I remember reading it in like uni,
Mhm.
and then like I, I think I was like in humanitarian building at the like the under,
Yeah.
and there's like that sitting area.
Yeah.
I was reading it, and I read like all 60 or so chapters, 60, 70 chapters in maybe a few hours, and I just remember like just straight up in public, I'm just like bawling.
Oh,
Damn. I don't.
bawling in public.
Not like bawling, but like I'm visibly tearing up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
it's streaming down my face. But it was so good that I didn't want to stop reading it.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
fair.
just powered through and I was like, whatever.
Have you
I
ever
guess other
watched?
people will see me. It
Have you ever watched Clannad?
was too boring. I stopped at episode 6.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, I didn't watch Planet either, so I
Oh.
can't relate to you, Dennis.
Okay. Well, like no, pretty much like I was on the last episode where it was like the really sad part, and then my mom called me like in middle of like it was happening, and it just ruined the moment. I was like, damn it. I don't know.
Oh,
It sucked.
I mean, that would definitely suck. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was the after story though. The second right version of Clannad that was super sad. Apparently, not
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
What about Anohana?
Yeah, I watched that. Oh, it's like talking about sad animes. Yeah, Anohana. We got Your Lie in April.
Mm,
mm. Oh, your line April hit me
Yeah,
hard on the
uh,
last couple episodes.
yeah. That one hit me pretty hard. Anohana hit me hard.
yeah. Have you watched Anohana, Pranaya?
Anohana, Anohana. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. That one was eh.
Really? The last
It
episode?
didn't
I
hit
don't
me
know.
hard.
Interesting.
I
It didn't hit
I
me
like
very hard.
straight up like was watching guitar covers for like the theme song,
Yeah.
and then like they just did like, and the guy who was doing the guitar cover, he just like in the background kind of played some of the anime stuff, and then while I'm like listening to the music, I'm like straight up tearing up, and I haven't like watched Anohana
Oh my
probably in
god.
like 5 6 years. I mean, music's a powerful, powerful tool.
It is.
Yeah, so like that definitely played a part, but still, really, you didn't, Pranaya?
Yeah, I didn't.
You're so
Maybe I did in
strong.
like a couple of episodes, but like I remember it didn't hit me that hard.
If there's any woman out there who needs a strong-willed man, we have
Yeah,
Pranaya here
Oh
for
my
you.
god.
yeah,
Um,
apparently.
I'm not sure if our viewers even watch anime or read
I know
manga.
this was. Are we an anime podcast now?
Yeah, it's an anime podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
perfect.
but yeah, if you haven't watched anything or read anything, I don't know. I would recommend One Piece, but like it's just so long, and the first few episodes
People,
watching it is kind of dreading because like the artwork is very old. But
yeah, it's. I think a lot of people find however many episodes it's like 400, right?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like it's a little bit too daunting, sort of thing,
Yeah,
for sure. But like if people are willing with to like stick with it, I think it's totally worth it
yeah,
for like new
definitely.
Yeah.
people.
You know, I
Yeah.
found out a trick to watching One Piece.
How?
That was to skip the opening song, skip the ending song, watch the entire anime in 1.5 or 1.25 speed,
Mm,
and skip all the
Interesting.
fillers. That's what I did. And I caught up in 6 months,
that's pretty good.
I mean, like skipping fillers, yeah, unless you like totally enjoy interactions between the people, right?
I
Hmm.
guess.
Yeah.
I've
But
yeah, go on.
mm, I haven't watched the anime. Like my opinions probably should be weighed less than theirs, but just read it. It's so much faster.
Yeah, honestly, that's true too, because I used to watch Naruto, and then after the first season, I was like, this is too much fillers, too much unnecessary things.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
just read it.
Mm,
Yeah. Did you cry in Naruto, Pranaya? Sorry, sorry.
No. No.
What? Oh,
Reading gives me no emotion.
not even when like Jiraiya died. Oh, spoiler.
Uh,
Jiraiya
spoiler alert.
dies.
Jiraiya dies? Okay, I knew that. Okay,
I
sorry.
mean, like, when I guess this is. Are we gonna spoil this?
I mean,
We already spoiled some of One Piece, like some pretty big One
I
Piece.
guess. I guess we're gonna spoil this too. When
okay.
Kakashi dies for like 30 minutes, I didn't cry. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
That was
damn, he
pretty
died.
sad.
I was just like, oh, damn, he died. And then when Neji died, I was like, yeah, I don't believe he died. And he actually died. And it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh.
That G1, I totally agree. I'm like, there's no way he can't actually be dead. And then he's gone, and it's like, shit.
Yeah. Uh, uh,
Wait, have you watched Boruto?
no, I haven't. That looks like trash. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm
yeah.
sorry, but it just looks like trash.
But I asked. Okay, so for those who don't know, I'm partnership with Cora, and pretty much I ask questions and then I get paid for it. And so whoever gets like more views on that question, like, or if I get more views on a specific question, I get more money. So I tried to get like really dumb questions. So one of the dumbest questions I posted was, why is Boruto's last name Uzumaki, but Naruto's last name Shippuden? And people got really, really mad at me. But then I made like $5 off of it, so I was like, you know what? That's worth it.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
It's
That's
pretty
so
good.
true.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You should be like, is Boruto's dad's name? Wait, no, that's not it. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, alright.
Don't worry about
I
it.
might just start asking that to people who like Naruto just to like irk them. That's pretty good.
It's a good question. It's a pretty
It
funny
is.
question.
That is great. I can bother my cousin with that.
But yeah, for me, when One Piece had like 700 episodes, I finished that in like 3 weeks because I liked it so much.
You are strong-willed.
I like
That sounds like so much.
it is. I literally I didn't sleep. Like I get out of bed, watch One Piece while I'm eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then when it's like nighttime, I would go on my phone and start watching more One Piece.
Oh my god. So you just
How do you
lived One
watch
Piece.
stuff on your
Yeah.
phone?
I don't. There was back in the days on YouTube, they had a lot of One Piece episodes, so then that's. But then they were English dubbed, but I just had to deal with it because I liked it so much.
No.
But
Oh
then
my god.
yeah, but then when I watch it on like my PC, then it would be subbed.
This is a topic. Sub or dub?
True.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but dubs just trigger me. I hate dubs. And
I
then
agree.
The
I
only
recently met
yeah.
like my coworker. She watches anime,
Uh,
but she watches dub. And I
yeah.
was like, oh, nice. You like anime? And she's like, yeah, but I watch dub. I was like,
Oh,
Are you watching
oh,
anime?
yeah.
The only one that I like dub over sub is Dragon Ball Z.
yeah. No, like old stuff though. But that's because I think we like grew up with it, right? So it's
Mm.
like that's what we're used to.
No, but like for Dragon Ball Z, like Kid Goku sounds exactly the same as adult Goku, and then I don't know, it's just weird.
Okay, back then I was not smart enough probably to differentiate the two, so it was fine.
I guess yeah, I
Yeah.
think back when we watched like YTV or something,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah,
always
yeah.
dubbed, right? So I guess like
Yeah, of course.
yeah,
Yeah,
we just got used to
that's
it.
like
YTV,
for
go
those ones
Pikachu.
anyways.
Yeah.
But there wasn't like that much anime that we would have been exposed to on YTV at least. There was like Dragon Ball, Zatch
Pokemon.
Bell. What else?
Pokemon.
Inuyasha. Oh, like I'm talking about like YTV Night, like on
Yeah,
like
I'm talking about
Friday
YTV
nights.
Night, not
Yeah, okay.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it'd be
it's
like
like
Zatch Bell, Dragon Ball, and like
Inuyasha. There's Naruto
I
too.
barely saw Inuyasha.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
I don't
usually
remember.
saw Dragon Ball Z, Inuyasha, and Naruto.
I remember Zatch Bell a lot for some
I
reason.
feel like Zashbell was played during the day, but I'm not sure.
Maybe that's why I remembered it.
Like Blade, Zashbell, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon were played throughout the day.
Beyblade. Oh my god.
Some
Wow,
oldies.
we're actually freaking nerds or like geeks.
No, we grew up with it.
Okay,
Come
okay, that's
on.
true. There's this kid in my culinary class in high school, and he was like an African kid, right? And he
Uh-huh.
loved the Yu-Gi-Oh. So like apparently when after school he would literally just run all the way home, which was like a good like 5 miles away, and like
Oh
Five
my god.
miles.
yeah, he would just
Are
run
you
all the
American?
way. Yeah.
5 miles.
Okay,
Dude,
so
that's pretty far.
that's
That's
really
10
far.
kilometers.
Yeah,
That's
it's
like eight.
That's
fucking
That's like
it's
eight
so
kilometers.
crazy.
yeah.
And like he would run that, he said, and then like sometimes he would even look at like he wouldn't stop at like streetlights and stuff because he like the Yu-Gi-Oh episode
Oh,
would like come out.
it drives him.
Yeah, it drove him to like run that. And like he didn't
Wow.
want to miss that episode, so he would run that far.
Wait, can I say something like really bad?
Yeah.
But like kind of a connection. You know, like how it's like, oh yeah, like people walk like 6-10 kilometers for water in Africa.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is just water.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Just to put this out there, Ben is gonna be the one who's gonna be making racist jokes on our podcast.
Yeah, that's not racist. Come on.
He's gonna be the one making dark comments.
Yeah,
Oh.
not racist. Cause
I might.
uh,
It might
I'll
be.
try. I won't. Maybe like fringing upon straight up insensitive, racially insensitive, and culturally insensitive, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah, it's okay. This is our podcast. We can do whatever we want. We just
Exactly.
if
Can we do whatever we want?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to listen to our podcast, that's your choice. But if we get demonetized on
Yeah.
YouTube,
See you, Ben.
it will be because of Ben.
Yeah. Next episode. Oh, Ben is no longer with us today.
Start my own podcast.
Oh gosh.
Then you guys can join me, and then we can talk about whatever.
True.
Exactly.
On the topic of Yu-Gi-Oh though,
Oh yeah.
Duel Links.
Yeah. Not just me, but like yeah, a bunch of us have recently quite gotten into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links for nostalgia's sake. For people out there who don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is basically just the mobile app of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it's a little bit different than standard the card game Yu-Gi-Oh! How the rules are played, but more or less it encompasses the game, the feel of it, and everything. Uses the same cards and stuff. But yeah, how long ago was it when we started? Probably like earlier this year,
Yeah,
February maybe,
somewhere around there.
January,
Yeah. It
February.
was January because I think I went to Vancouver when I stopped playing.
Okay, yeah. So like January, February, a bunch of us, for old time's sake, were like looking for a free Yu-Gi-Oh game to play and kind of play against each other. And now it's ingrained in our daily lives up until now.
Oh no.
Except for me, because I was like, you know what? I realized that this is
Yeah,
wasting my time.
like it's a lot of time, I guess.
It
I mean, like if
is.
you're just doing a thing, it's kind of fun just to have it there, I guess. The only people who really keep up with it now would be Bradley, Sydney, and I.
Yeah.
And then James stopped, you stopped, Ryan has stopped. Jeffrey was gonna start, bought a deck, then
Stopped.
stopped. It was confusing.
I feel like it's worth to just play Hearthstone. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, like Hearthstone's cool and all, but
Not nostalgic.
yeah, not nostalgic. I don't have like my favorite cards and archetypes from the TV shows, right?
Fire. That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
that's the and also like mechanics are a bit different. I think Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics are like some of them can be quite complex, which is like makes it a lot of fun,
Yeah.
like chain linking and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Once you learn how to do it, but Hearthstone doesn't have that same depth, although some of this depth can be like very gimmicky.
I was never into card games ever, so I don't know.
Interesting.
But you never bought it for like liking it. Like if you liked Yu-Gi-Oh, even if you weren't into card games, you'd probably get some cards.
I didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh at all.
Oh,
What about
okay.
like
Well,
Pokemon
yeah.
cards?
What about Pokemon?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I didn't see points in perks in collecting the cards at all. It's like,
Smart child. Smart child.
Why?
I'm
Why?
kidding.
Why is child Pranaya so mature and like
Yeah.
so logical?
Whenever I saw cards, I'm like, Dad, buy me this. I need
Yeah,
this.
and
yeah, but
inevitably it would be no.
oh my god. Oh,
Yeah.
but
Wow.
I don't know. My parents never really bought me a lot of toys.
Oh.
That I do remember.
What about like
You
Blade
didn't ask for it?
Blades?
Yeah. Oh, Beyblades. That's a good
I
one.
oh my god, I have a story. I have the best story ever.
Yeah.
So with the Beyblade, so this Beyblade fad was going around, right? And everybody had Beyblades. So I borrowed a friend's Beyblade. He was like, yeah, because I guess he was letting everyone borrow it.
Uh-huh.
And I took it. It was my turn. I took it home. I spun it once. The first spin I did, I spun it right. It was the blue one. It was the Dronzer.
Uh-huh.
It hits
Yes.
the wall and it freaking shatters into pieces. Like the top layer, the metal layer, and like the bottom layer, because this was plastic.
Yeah.
It separated into three pieces. I remember, and I was like, "Oh!" I literally stood there. I was like, "Oh!" The 8-year-old me was just surprised and didn't know what to do.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah,
I have a
and
Mental
then
in
yeah,
shambles.
and
and
then
then I took super glue and some string, and I tried to put it back together, hoping that he wouldn't notice.
yeah.
So the next day, I take it into school, and then I was like, I gave it to my other friend because it was his turn to play with it. And then he takes it. He doesn't realize it until he gets home, and then I don't see because it was and then after that it was the weekend, so I didn't see any of them. And then the following week, they're like, "Yeah, some shit happened. Shit went down."
Oh. Did they like blame you or like the person who had it?
Nobody knew except the guy.
Oh, it's coming
And
out
then they blamed
today.
both of us. They blamed both of us, but the real culprit was me.
I low-key think I have a feeling that like the person I don't even know, like many people behind you, what if they also just super glued it together, but like every time it breaks and then they glue it back together.
And that's why it shattered. It was already.
Yeah, it was broken from the start.
Oh no. Maybe it could have been. I don't know.
I feel like that's a very high chance though, because like
I don't.
why
I
would
don't know
it
how high of a
just
chance that
well like
is.
I feel like it's a decently high chance because why would it just randomly shatter when it hits a wall?
I mean, plastic's brittle. It can do it. I,
I
I believe
Yeah.
in the chance of it happening.
um me and my brother also had like these Beyblades and they were like they were like Chinese parts, like they were like third party like
Oh, like
Blade.
knockoff
Yeah, yeah,
Beyblades.
yeah. But
Hmm.
these ones are hella dangerous. They're like super sharp. So like at church, like we like created this one Blade and it was really heavy and just like really sharp. And we just like spun it and then it went through the wall.
Hmm.
And
I've
then
had
Wait, it went through the
yeah, it went
wall?
through the wall into another room.
What
like
the frick?
And then
there was
we just stared at
sorry, go
it
on.
and then we just walked away and we're like, okay, we're not gonna
Oops.
yeah.
Oopsies. Yeah, no, in my daycare back then,
Yeah.
there was a kid who brought, yeah, like one of those knockoff Beyblades. But
Uh-huh.
you know, like how the metal ring, like in the middle, is supposed to like hit other metal rings and like kind of spark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but like this knockoff was just like, I don't know, man. Like this is meant for kids, but this thing's like straight up like diabolical. Like
yeah.
it was like edged and like it came out like quite a bit
Yeah.
in sort of like a spiky manner,
Yeah.
right? So like I like distinctly remember, yeah, like some kid like touched the Beyblade as it was spinning and like it straight up like cut his hand up, and then they just banned Beyblades from the daycare. And like another case was like, oh yeah, like they're dueling and everything, and then it hit the other kid's Beyblade and it just straight up destroyed that kid's Beyblade.
Yeah,
Kind of like
yeah.
how Pranaya's Beyblade hit the
Shattered.
wall, but this was yeah,
Shattered.
like it just shattered,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
and it was just
exactly
like,
what
Oh my
happens
god.
when
yeah,
you play
it's
with like me and my brother's Beyblade.
Like
yeah, like that's so brutal. I'm like, what?
yeah,
These are for
Beyblades.
kids.
Yeah, Beyblades are pretty damn dangerous. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
because there's also this other time where we were in school and I had my Beyblade, he had his Beyblade, and then we just spun it right,
Uh-huh.
and then they hit each other once, and they flew across the rooms on either ends and just landed somewhere in the corners. If someone got hit by that, I swear they would have just gotten knocked out or something.
Yeah, these toys are actually pretty dangerous.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, like kind of not really. I mean, they were definitely fun though.
They were what?
They were pretty fun.
Yeah.
they were fun. They were fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
Good days.
back
Good
in
days.
my old junior or elementary school, there's like people trading cards and stuff, and I had this like really rare like Mew card, like Mew,
Like
and then
you.
yeah, Mew. Sorry, it just sounded weird because like I don't know, it just sounded okay. But
Yes.
and then he wanted to trade it for this like Yu-Gi-Oh card for like I think it was Dark Magician, and I
Wait.
just I
So like Mew,
just
like Pokemon Mew, and
yeah
then
for a
Dark Magician
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And then I really liked my Mew card, so I like kept denying it. Or like rejecting his offer, and I was like, no, I don't really want to trade you. And he got really mad, so he like grabbed me by the collar, he pushed me against the wall, and then like he pulled me
whoa.
up against the wall. And like this is like a movie scene, like bully scene, right? Like
That's awesome.
it was. I didn't cry or anything. I was just like, okay, what the hell, dude? Uh, and then pretty much the teacher came by, and then we both got in trouble, and then the school banned like just like any trading cards and stuff.
Trading cards.
Yeah. Like
Dang, dude.
a lot of these like trading cards and toys and stuff, they got banned pretty quickly at my schools. I don't
I mean,
Well,
I guess if
Dennis,
it creates friction like that.
know.
yeah, you can go into your elementary school again now
Yeah.
and go into all the kids and be like, I am the reason all the trading cards are banned.
True.
Do you think they unbanned it?
I feel like I don't even know if kids
Yeah,
nowadays like
that's
play with
the
the
other
trading
thing.
cards. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's like, is this even popular anymore?
Yeah.
Probably like have their own like sweet smartphones and playing Duel Links.
True, everybody
True.
has a phone now, so probably.
Yeah, I could see
Yeah,
that.
true. They probably have their own
I'm
phone.
not sure if
Oh
they're
my
playing
god.
Duel Links though.
They're playing Roblox.
Roblox and Fortnite.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my
Oh my
god.
gosh. Yeah, like my like younger cousins, like 8 or 9 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like my niece, or not cousins, my nieces actually, and like they each have their own iPad.
What the? Wait, how old are they again?
Oh,
Yeah, like one's like probably like 8, another one's like 11. Yeah, wild. Maybe
That's
even younger.
that's
I might be
crazy.
mixing ages up, but yeah, wild. I wish I had an iPad.
Yeah, we
Even
don't even
now.
yeah, we don't even
Even
own
now,
one
I don't
now.
have an
Yeah.
iPad.
hey, but I was like 13 and I had a PSP. I guess that was pretty.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah.
that's similar. Yeah, I guess around those ages we had like DSs and stuff, but
Yeah.
DSs were like much cheaper than iPads, I want to say.
I feel like I don't know, just like anything that can connect to the internet can potentially be dangerous to children.
Yeah, like if it's not very supervised well, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Mm,
I don't know.
but
They can find some quite unsafe things.
I think like, but if they're old enough to know better, then it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
for sure, like
that's true.
yeah, and like most of them aren't gonna be like going. I feel like most of the times to some random place,
Hmm.
it's gonna be like YouTube or like. Although there was that case with like that creepy YouTube video that was like kind of targeted towards kids.
Yeah.
Oh, Momo or something, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Momo.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's like kind of a jerk move from the creators, right? But hopefully there's a little bit better supervision on that, I guess.
I also heard like on YouTube there's like a lot of videos that look like kids videos, but then like
Mhm.
they make it
Mhm.
seem like it's like a cartoon or something, but then it ends
Yeah,
up being
yeah,
like
yeah.
something very dangerous.
It was like that like
Like
Happy Tree
Happy Tree
Friends.
Friends.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
exactly.
That was damn,
Well,
that brings back memories.
yeah, that's some old stuff. Yeah, like I don't know if that stuff was really intended for kids though. Like I don't think they're trying to mess with it. They're
Yeah.
just trying to like make that contrast, right, between like very happy-go-lucky kid
Hmm.
cartoony and then something so like terrible happening to that the characters,
Yeah.
right?
But even
But unfortunately kids get roped in.
nowadays too, but like they also put like they draw out like Barney or something or like friendly cartoons that are like familiar, and then when you
Mm.
actually click on it, they like start swearing and stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean
I think that's
I don't know
like
if that's intended.
intentional. I
Is
feel
that
like that's
intended?
well, I don't know actually.
Because like the audience could very well be for us, because maybe we want to
That's
see
true.
Barney swearing or
Mhm.
something. Like I don't, but hey, maybe in the future I do. It's it's Gap Moa. Okay, should I explain Gap Moa?
Sure.
Okay, Gap Moa. So Moa is, what is it in like, so Japanese? It's a Japanese term. Moa is sort of like something you find very, is it attractive? I don't know. Like how do I describe what Moa is?
I'm gonna Google this because I
Yeah,
don't know
I'm gonna
what
quickly.
moe is actually. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
So
Okay.
Moa, yeah, in Japanese popular culture, this is Google's definition: the quality in a fictional female character of being. Okay, I'll just continue. The character of being youthfully innocent and vulnerable in an idealized way, perceived as eliciting feelings of affection or protectiveness. It's not always, I would say, towards a fictional female character, but it's more of like, yeah, you kind of, it's like attractive, more of attractiveness, because there's different kind of moas. Like gap moa would be how someone presents themselves, and then all of a sudden they present themselves differently in a different
Mhm.
situation, and that difference, that gap, would be considered very attractive,
Right.
specific to gap moa, right? Stuff like that. And I mean, like, it's not a wrong definition, but kind of, I guess it kind of hits a bit of it. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this anymore.
I actually don't even know where we're going with this entire podcast. I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah, word.
there's so many like side like tracks that we've gone on or like side
Yeah,
topics.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
this
fine.
is yeah, we've been sidetracked a lot, but yeah, Gatmoa, Barney swearing and Barney not swearing, you're going for that Gatmoa.
The more you know,
Yeah, maybe
the things you
one
learn.
day.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just I wanna I find this funny, but like I think in grade five there's this one friend who really wanted candy, and I had a lot of candy because my parents used to own like a grocery store and stuff.
Mhm.
So like he just really wanted candy, so I was like, hey, do you want some of this candy? And then I was like, but what would you trade me for it? And then he's like, I'll give you this game, and it was like Pokemon Ruby, and I was like, So then I gave him like two like gum and like a lollipop or something, and then he gave me his like game, and I was like,
What a ripoff! What the
What a good deal for you.
freak!
What a steal.
and then in this game there's also like 100 master balls and stuff, or like 999 master balls, because like he like hacked it and stuff, and I was like,
Oh.
this is pretty good. This is a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty impressive. Yeah. What kids will do for candy.
yeah, right. And like I don't know, I just made like really good deals when I was younger, because like in junior high there's this one kid who didn't want to do his essays, and I was like, I'll do your essays for you. And then
Whoa, whoa,
he
whoa.
paid me $60 for each essay. So that one year I made $180 because I did three of his essays.
Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
how
like,
come I wasn't
damn.
presented with these opportunities? We went to the same junior high. But that candy story reminds me, like, you guys know Caitlin, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
back in elementary, yeah, like as I was saying, kids are crazy for candy. I'm like one of those dumb kids that, like, it's the girls in their class back in elementary. Like, there's like sort of like our teacher, our homeroom teacher, would kind of have like a currency. So it's like called like washroom bucks or something.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
you she would hand out washroom bucks, but when you wanted to go to the washroom, you'd have to give her like a washroom buck, right, to leave and go to the washroom. But the incentive was to not leave during class. So then at the end of the week or something, she'll have candy, and then you can use those washroom bucks to buy candy off of her, right? And
Mm.
then like, is it us dumb or the girls are just really sadistic? But like the girls would like buy candy for themselves, but then like they'd also just throw candy on the floor just to see us guys like run and scramble
What
for it.
the?
Like clearly like we're animals, obviously, but like come on, like the girls are partly to blame, right? But yeah, Caitlin was a
Damn.
part of that. Definitely a big
Oh
part of it.
god.
Exposing our friends on our podcast.
Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, that's fine. The
No,
world should know her her deeds.
I mean, in junior high, or like for those who don't know, it's middle school is junior high for us. Um, I also threw a lot of candy. Like, so I had gum, a lot, like 2 packs of gum every day or something, and people would like line up for like gum. And then when I
From
have
you?
like, yeah, yeah, for me, from me, not for me, but like when I like
For the
came down
gum
to like the
craze.
last like 3 gum pieces, I would like throw them into the field, and these people would actually like run and like scavenge for it. Like, I don't know, they're like
Yeah,
actually like scavenge what am I saying? Savages, yeah. I don't know,
yeah.
it's really interesting. And like I would throw like 5 pieces of like chocolate bars or something, and they were like the big ones. And I don't know, these kids are like
Okay,
fighting
but like
for
that has
it.
the wrapping around it. I would run for that. Even now.
But like for the gum, like I would pop them out of the wrapping,
Yeah.
and then they would still
Then
like go for it.
yeah. Then you're just as bad as elementary girls back in junior high.
Oh
I
my
just
god,
I don't
that
know,
is.
I felt like I had so much power back then.
We had
Whoa.
power. That's so funny. I don't
Yeah.
like you'd say I like we went to the same junior high. You said this story before. I don't remember this. Clearly, I'm not one of
Yeah, I don't think you were one of them. It was mainly, honestly, it was mainly the Caucasian people.
Okay, all right. The
Is
white
June
ones.
racist now?
Ben started it.
You say that. You say that, but like most of our school were
Caucasian, yeah,
Caucasian,
that's true.
white, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So statistically,
Of
it's
course,
just
most
like
of them
that.
have to be. Yeah,
Yeah,
they have to
exactly.
be. Exactly.
Wait, yeah. Wait, so if your school is mostly Caucasian and my school was mostly Caucasian, how come when we went to high school it was like mostly Asians?
Because
Huh?
VB was mainly Asians, right? And VB is closest to alien, therefore,
Well,
I
yeah.
think.
Well, you say we, but
Not you.
I didn't.
Yeah. Ben went to a Caucasian school.
I went to quite a Caucasian school. But no, for Dennis and me, Lillian would have been closest.
Yeah, but then I changed my address.
Yeah, you changed like we both changed our minds on Lillian.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
uh
Oh, wait. Ben, we
school's
can't.
like pretty mixed, right?
You might have to say that again. We didn't hear anything you said.
Yeah. So like Lillian was like in terms of ethnicity, like it was like a good like balance, I thought
Yeah,
there,
Lillian was a
wasn't
good
it? Like
balance.
you had a decent amount of Caucasians
Hmm.
and then mix of everything else.
Yeah, I think so.
Seemed like it. I don't know.
And then Otskona would just all be Asians, pretty much.
Oh yeah, all Asian.
Um,
Well, yeah, gotta try hard to get into that one though.
oh yeah, so yeah, for those who don't know, we have this one prestigious high school.
Quote
Prestigious.
unquote prestigious high school.
And you had to take an exam to get into it, and like only 150, 200? I don't
They take
remember.
150 to 200 per year because I think the school
Yeah,
size was about 600 to 700 total. Yeah.
yeah, it's a pretty small school.
Yeah, very small. I mean, they couldn't take more people even if they wanted to.
Yeah, because the building was
Yeah.
hella small. They didn't even
Yeah,
have a
the
gym
building.
in their building.
I mean, the building's old though. That building's like 100 years old.
Yeah, it's a landmark, or like you can't just,
Historical
yeah,
site.
yeah, it's a historical site, so you can't get
Yeah.
rid of it.
Hmm.
They better be learning good history in that building.
No, they're learning math and science because they're all Asian.
All aspire to be doctors or scientists.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No joke.
That's pretty much what the school tries to like push them towards, or like parents at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, yeah, how would
But
I
where were you going with this?
Uh,
I don't know.
we were talking about. Okay, we were talking about throwing gum. Because we were doing candy, gum, and then mostly Caucasians going for the gum,
Oh
Right,
and then talking about
yeah.
our splits in schools and how we went to, or you guys went to mostly Asian high schools, even though you guys went to mainly Caucasian junior highs or middle schools.
Man, we went through a hella bunny hole through this conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Um, I don't even know, like, we're 15 minutes in right now. I don't even know if we have time to talk about our other topic, but unless you want to. But unless you want to talk about your trip to Asia briefly
We
Oh
can leave
yeah.
that for like another
another
week,
time.
honestly. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like we can take our time on this.
Yeah.
Hopefully they kind of the new or maybe not new viewers kind of get a feel for me, see if they like me or not.
Or
Hopefully.
or get
Kick
you
him
kicked
out.
out next week.
Kick him
Yeah,
out.
or I'm getting kicked
Kick
out
him
next
out.
week. That's a shame.
Oh,
Yeah. Um, is there
I
anything
mean,
else to talk about then, or should
I
we end it?
guess we could end off with like a little bit more about me and stuff, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
Do you have any other questions on for me?
No, it's literally just your Asia trip and hobbies.
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
But we can talk about cooking, food, because you
We
cook.
can, yeah,
Oh
we
my
can talk about
god.
what we're gonna do today.
Oh, that's right.
Perfect,
Shoot.
perfect, perfect,
Wait,
perfect.
what are you doing today?
I'm
Well,
sorry, Pranaya.
yeah, sorry, Pranaya, you're not
Wow.
here,
Wow.
but I don't know. I'm hosting a thing for some people, but basically, I just made some waffles, and we're gonna do some chicken and waffle stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, don't feel bad. A lot of people aren't invited to the.
Yeah. Well,
So,
Okay, okay.
even if
It's
I
like
were invited, I can't come, dude.
it's like a different group for because it's like right. It's more of
yeah,
like
the old,
Sydney's
yeah,
church
yeah.
group. So I don't think you guys really know them, anyways.
I
But
can make
we'll,
new friends.
true. But you're not even in Edmonton, so
Yeah, you're not
I
even
know.
in Edmonton. You can't even complain.
um,
Oh, but they're bringing Crispy. So Crispy is one of our friends,
ooh,
Corgi, like a pretty new puppy Corgi. She's so cute.
so we can
Crispy's so cute.
we
I
can
can't
deep
wait for
fry
them to
her
bring
too.
Crispy. Yeah.
Crispy
Oh,
waffles.
exactly. Crispy waffles.
Um,
Oh no. But yeah,
Crispy as in
so
like
my
Crispy
waffles
or
today. I
yeah,
made
CH
so yeah,
CHRIS and then P.
I think it's CRISPY.
yeah, like crispy chips.
Yeah,
Oh, they could have totally named Chris, like a Chris, and the
Yeah,
middle name is
P.
and then
P.
Mm,
P. But it's this girl. Oh, I guess Christina or stuff like that could
Christine.
still
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Crispina. That sounds awful.
Um,
I mean, sorry to everyone out there that may be named Crispina. I really hope not, but
man,
yeah.
Ben's offending everyone.
Yeah, no, I'm just offending Crispinas. I'm, I'm banking on the fact that that's not a common name.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, sorry everyone out there named that, but it's not the most roll off the tongue sort of thing I'd want to be called by.
Um, yeah, this is one interesting episode, but
I bring the ruckus.
I feel like some people for this specific episode need to kind of live in Edmonton
Acclimatize.
or like understand who we
Oh, I
are.
see.
Cause like we
Some
talked about schools and like anime and I don't know, like
some niche
It's like
topics for
yeah,
sure.
everywhere.
yeah.
Hey, you don't know. I feel like anime is getting pretty popular.
That's
now.
true. Anime, yeah,
I
but
feel like
yeah,
it's being mainstream almost. A lot
Yeah,
of people
right.
know it.
Exactly. It's almost mainstream now.
that's true.
So there we have it. We'll keep on telling ourselves that so we can keep on talking about anime. I remember it, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to cooking, back to waffles.
Oh yeah, right. We were talking about that. Okay.
Different batches, batters, two different batters for today, just because like I kind of wanted to test out a different one. We'll see how that difference taste is. Also used buttermilk instead of whole milk, so should be richer. We'll find out.
Let's see. I'll make a post on our Instagram and see, or like yeah, I'll make, we have an Instagram for Cold Showers or the podcast, and maybe we can make a post on our waffles.
Oh yeah. We could. And our chicken,
Yeah.
our instead of normal, I guess like Western fried chicken, we're gonna do like a Japanese chicken karaage. So yeah,
Yeah.
just Japanese fried chicken. But
Wow.
the marinade's gonna be a little bit different. It's more soy, garlic sort of stuff, but it'll be pretty good.
You
Yeah, we
better
did it
make some for
before.
me.
We'll take photos for you, Pranaya.
You can
Excuse
eat
you.
with your eyes.
Yeah, you can avert your eyes. Don't look, child.
I'll eat with my eyes. Okay. I'll blink and chew on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we could set up another day to do this.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah,
My days are limited though.
yeah,
Yeah.
but maybe.
I guess we'll come to Vancouver and we'll make one there.
Do it. Yeah, we can have a
That's a
podcast.
wait. That's a pretty bad idea.
Wait,
How
what?
many of us live in Edmonton, and how many person lives in Vancouver? That's doesn't seem right. Why isn't he coming to
Seems
us?
logical to me. I don't know what you're talking about, Ben.
Oh.
Hmm.
Clearly, Vancouver is the superior location.
For
Huh.
waffles? Maybe.
The
I mean,
humidity adds extra flavor.
I will throw out though, like softer water is better for making like ramen noodles, right? Like the type of water
Wow.
you use is quite like dependent on water.
Yeah.
So like, hey, I could agree maybe Vancouver could have better water for ramen, but you don't really put water in waffles, so
What do you mean? I
I
drench my waffles with
okay,
water.
I'm not gonna lie. For like one of the batches, I was like running out of milk, so I kind of mixed some of buttermilk, milk, and some water.
That's okay.
I think it should be okay. Buttermilk's pretty thick, so
I just wonder how it's gonna react to the oil.
oil. What oil?
Or are you not putting oil on your waffle maker?
I'm pretty sure the waffle maker is non-stick, so
Oh,
be
okay,
fine.
okay. Damn,
Yeah.
so bougie.
Uh,
Bougie.
my mom bought it.
So
Is it?
bougie.
I feel like most waffle makers are probably
I
non-stick.
don't know if mine
Probably.
is. I don't know.
Maybe you have an old
Anyways,
one.
um, we
I
have
guess you're
about.
just
All right, sorry, Pranay,
go for it. What?
what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I guess you're just not bougie enough.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Please
Lies.
send me
Lies.
some money. Oh, um, on that topic, we still don't have any sponsors. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Give
Expecting
us.
sponsors.
if you have a company, or if your friend has a company, or if your parents or family have a company that could potentially sponsor us, it doesn't have to be like monetary sponsor. It could just honestly be anything. Like if you give
Wait.
us free shirts, I'll take it.
Yeah. Or if you can't give anything, just subscribe to us and keep listening to us at least.
Yeah. But ideally, I kidding. But yeah, if you do have
Yeah.
something that could sponsor us, that would be great, and we will definitely do our duty to um, promote your products or whatever your services or whatnot, and um, yeah, we'll give you a really good shout out.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
our
good shout out.
existing viewership.
Yeah. So McDonald's, if you're out there, give me a lot of chicken nuggets. I could live off that.
Oh, you know, Jollibee is coming into Edmonton,
Hmm
and
Yeah.
on
That's the Filipino
yeah,
one, right? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But you know, the first 50 people who pay $25 gets a year worth of free chicken.
yeah. Oh,
What? Huh?
really?
Yeah,
Huh?
Let's go.
yeah. That's what I'm
When
thinking.
do they open?
They open at 7 a.m. on August 16th, so next Friday, I believe.
Oh, I'm not here.
Yeah. But I really want to do it. I low-key like would be willing to like camp out for free a free year supply of Jollibee, even though I'm not gonna
That
be in
sounds
Edmonton.
awesome.
Yeah,
But
right?
what time would we have to be there, you think?
Like
The night before.
yeah, the
Yeah,
night.
like how, but like they say first 50, so it's like
That's
be
good.
there at like 4, 5 a.m.
Yeah, probably.
Is that good enough?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many people know about this or how many people are like going.
Yeah, how many people are even aware of this?
Yeah.
Think about it. It's Filipino. There's a lot of Filipino people there. They know.
Oh,
They
you're
know.
right. You're right.
Filipino people are all about the deals too, so they know.
Oh, you
Wait,
true.
wait. Okay, wait. Cut this out if we need to. But we could just throw avocados to another place. And then,
Avocado pudding.
yeah, throw avocados to another place, and maybe they'll go after it. Okay,
Okay,
this is
alright.
Pranaya
Dennis,
now.
use your junior high skills. We're like just how you throw the candy. Maybe people will
Yeah,
run after it.
but do you know like this? I guess assumption that all
Filipinos like.
Filipino people like love avocados.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
So
really?
apparently, like you know how Cindy worked at Dream Tea, right?
Okay.
So then what happened was he noticed like almost most for the most part most Filipino people would order the avocado smoothie, right?
Oh.
And then whenever they ran out of avocados, they would get like they felt like I don't know, they physically like or personally offended that like they ran out of avocados.
What the heck? Really?
And then they would go to their second favorite fruit, mangoes.
Oh, coconut is also there.
Yeah, yeah. So we can build up an arsenal for Jollibee.
This
Oh
is
gosh.
this is great. We'll start
Yeah.
planning for this
Yeah.
next week.
Cut this out if we need to. Just beep this entire like past 30 seconds, it's fine.
Anyways,
Or however
yeah, this is getting pretty long. Well, I guess we'll end it here.
yeah.
I
Until
guess
next time.
Ben hasn't listened to any of our podcasts, so
Oh, yeah.
What a great new member, right?
Yeah.
well, I guess he didn't really know about the
Yeah.
podcast
And I
either.
don't have internet.
Oh,
So
yeah. He
I have
has
to
a good reason.
yeah, exactly. I have to go all the way to do this podcast. I'm putting the most effort. Well, kind of. Because I have to go all the way to like Echo or something, like a build one of our university buildings, and
For free
go into a
Wi-Fi.
room just to record this.
Yeah. Anyways, so how we this is gonna sound a little weird, but how we finish off our podcast as of the moment, we make weird sounds. So we just like yeah, we just
Uh,
go
I
through
don't
our
have a very
mics.
large repertoire
It's
of
okay.
weird sounds.
It's okay. Just do something weird. I don't know. Okay,
Let's synchronize mms.
we could. All right, I'm gonna. Is that something we want me to do? Okay, I'm counting down. I'm counting down.
Do
Three,
it. I guess
two,
so.
1.
I feel like the mics are counting it as like background noise, so they just like
It's
stop
all
recording
canceling
it.
everything.
Okay, we're actually just like weird noises. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
This is
Welcome,
Vera.
welcome
Okay.
Ben. Okay, bye.